So I meet my husband on a night of shooting stars. It's the Perseid meteor shower, August 10th, 1996. And I travel from LA to Ocean Beach in San Diego with my friend Beth. She's a teleprompter, and we're going to meet with some of her friends, colleagues from CBS News in New York. But only one of the guys can get away. His name is Russ. And he's described to us as one of the least likely beachgoers that you would ever see. So sure enough, he shows up in Ocean Beach, and he's New York pale in the middle of August. He's tall, he's got Dockers on and a golf shirt, he's got crooked front teeth and gray green eyes. And he's the least beachy person you would ever see. So we go to my favorite Mexican restaurant down the street, and it feels like Russ and I are keeping each other's gaze a little too long over our enchiladas. And I wonder if my friend Beth notices, and I watch him nervously move his hands through his brown hair. So after dinner, we tell him that we're going to go look at shooting stars, and he gallantly offers to give us a ride in his rental car. So of course we accept, and we drive east until the lights of the city fall away. And we lay on the hood of the car and we gaze straight up at the stars. And soon we're oohing and awing with each streak of light across the sky. And I feel the heat of his body near mine, kind of like two planets circling near each other. On our way back to town, we stop at a convenience store, and he touches the small of my back with his hand, and it sends shivers down to my toes. So Russ ends up moving from New York to LA. And we get married, and we buy a house. And 10 years short of our, and just short of our 10th anniversary, he's diagnosed with an extremely rare cancer. It's 1 in a million, adrenal cortical carcinoma, ACC. 1 in 1 million. So 4 months later, my 6'4" dream has died. I'm swept away in a tsunami of grief. I sob from a place so deep inside me, I feel like my guts are going to come out. I cry. I wake up in the middle of the night just to cry. And my dogs are so freaked out, they leave the room. I don't know what season it is. I don't know what day it is. Most days I lay on the couch and I watch it go from dark to light to dark again. And I want to be like one of those women in the old country that dress from head to toe in black for the rest of their lives, so people will understand why I'm crying in the line at Rite Aid. I'm late on all my bills. I don't answer my phone calls. My first therapist tells me, she asks me every week if I'm suicidal, or else she falls asleep during our sessions. My second therapist picks at her nails and says, you really need to hang out with more straight guys. And my third therapist finally sends me to a grief group, and then I start going to acupuncture, and I still can't get up off the couch. So I notice I'm just having these daydreams of Arctic treks. The wind is blowing and the snow is pelting my face, and I'm all bundled up, and I trudge through the snow, just 1 foot in front of the other. I don't know where I'm going. I have no destination. I just keep going, and I dream of frozen lakes and white mountains and snowstorms. And the only thing I crave is cold. But I live in Los Angeles, and it's a 10-year drought. And there's countless heat waves and endless sun. And I just want to, each sunny day just seems so cool to me. And I just want to be where the cold inside, the cold outside matches my frozen heart. I feel like it's snowing in my soul. So, I want to go to Antarctica where I could break in 1 billion pieces. Would that be cold enough for me? So I watch Life Below Zero on the National Geographic Channel. I watch March of the Penguins. And I ask anybody to go with me on a frozen vacation, but no one wants to wear a coat. No one wants to wear long underwear. And so finally I get my friend Marie to go, and we book a trip to Wyoming in the middle of January. And we go out and we buy boots with faux fur tops, and we buy fleece hats, and we buy silk underwear, and we buy extra warm capelines, and we buy glittens that are half mittens and half gloves. And we watch as the temperatures plummet in Jackson in one of the coldest winters ever, -20, -25, -30 degrees. So we arrive in Jackson Hole, and it's a field of white, and it's the middle of an Alp preserve. And the Teton Range is a staggering presence. And the tall, jagged peaks are covered in white. And for the first time since my husband died, I feel, and I'm not cold, but I'm warm, and I finally feel.